What's up, traders? Beautiful day in the markets today. For those of you who were in the live stream, you'll remember, or you might remember, that I was only up like $230 on the day, but I had set some alerts on some tickers, and I just decided that I was going to watch some stuff. I was even going to keep my eye on the TVIX a little to see if there were some trading opportunities, especially if the S&P 500 started to make any kind of volatile momentum back to the downside, which it did. As you can see, I ended up over $600 on the day, $630.52. Now, just to be fully transparent, I did trade a lot today. You can see down here under my account summary, almost 14,000 shares traded, but over 1,600 in added liquidity. So I'll definitely get credited for that. But I did locate shares for shorting on several tickers too. So I'm imagining that after fees, commissions, and shares for shorting, I'm probably ending the day right around, maybe somewhere around $550. So I'm happy about that. I was up today at one point about $830, $840, something like that. And I had an idea in my mind. How cool would it be if I could break the $1,000 mark, especially with using a conservative trading strategy? How cool would it be to put that up like on the daily trade recap? All you guys would see it on the thumbnail, like plus 1,200 and whatever. I just thought it would be really cool to post up 4 digits today, and I was close. I was like $160 away from getting there. And so I just kind of started jumping on some stuff. INO started to pick up, having some heavy volatility, and I started just scalping it. I started scalping it, really trying to get over that or reach that $1,000 goal. And unfortunately, I got tricked. I got tricked out of it more times than I'd like to admit. So as you can see, INO, I ended down $148.91. But you know what, guys, it really was. It was worth it to me. I mean, yeah, I was up $800, and you might think to yourself, man, why didn't you stop? Well, that's trading for you. It's hindsight's 20/20. If I'd known that I was going to lose the $200, then I wouldn't have done it. But here's the thing, you have to calculate your own personal risk tolerance. And for me, honestly, yesterday was a great day. And today's a great day. And I knew that, to me, it was going to be worth it to risk a couple $100 to maybe make a couple $100 and get over that $1,000 mark. This is just my, this is just a little head game with myself now that I've got this YouTube channel going. And, I just thought it would be cool. I thought it would be cool to show you guys and prove to you guys that, you don't have to take a huge share size. You don't have to be taking 1,000 share positions to do well in the stock market. This is like my MO. This is the thing that you're going to hear me, or the point that you're going to hear me drive over and over and over and over and over again as we move forward. Okay. And you can even see here under all of my orders that were executed today, 100 shares, 200 shares, 25, 50 shares. I think the most shares you'll see executed today was maybe 400 shares. Okay. I'm not sitting here taking like 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 share lots. I'm just not doing that. I'm trading a very well thought out and disciplined strategy, and proving that you can just make a nice little income here without even throwing tons of money at the market and without risking too much. And you can still end the day between $500 or $500 and $1,000 on average. And so. Anyway, so to me, yeah, I was up 800 on the day, but I thought to myself, you know what? If I lose a couple $100 trying to do this, that's fine. We're doing well on the week overall. It's Tuesday, guys, and I'm already up like, I don't know, 12, 1,300 on the week. So I'm good. I'm good. And tomorrow's another day, going to come in here and do it all again. But anyway, I don't really plan on going over too many of the trades. I will go over, let's see, so JD was a pretty solid trade this morning. And even though, yeah, I only made $116, it's not the most exciting out of all these numbers that you see up here. But I really did like how, it was very fitting for my strategy. And I noticed that we couldn't break previous day highs. We couldn't really break and sustain above pre-market highs. And so I just thought I would take, I don't know, how many shares did I get in? So 200 shares short here at 43.75, and I took the first 100 off at 43.39. So it's a pretty good move, and it continued. And I took that off right here at VWAP. And then I continued to take off more here and then finally more here. So I almost caught the full move on that. And then, of course, it ramped back up. We had some news that hit. The S&P 500 really started shooting up around this time, and a lot of other stocks followed suit. JD, Roku, Tesla, and AMD, and just the usual suspects. But anyway, so I'm glad I got out here. Let's see here. Maybe I'll show you the TVIX. I'll show you what I was doing on the TVIX. I was basically taking long positions, and I started averaging in with just small share sizes. I think maybe just 50 share sizes or 50 share lots at a time. You can see I was averaging down, and I did get a little nervous. So as it popped back up, I went ahead and took some of the shares off, but then I took the rest off here, 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 and then here. And then as it came back down, I bought some more, and I got off here, here, and then took the last like 25, or no, actually, I think I took off like 25. I had 50, and then I think I took off like 25, and then maybe 10, and then maybe 15, the last 15 here. And then here, I was up about 100 on the day. But here, I noticed at the same time that the S&P 500 was kind of starting to show that it might curl back around. And so I thought it might be good to go short real quick. And so I went short real quick on the TVIX, because when I trade the TVIX, and I think I explained this to you guys last week, when I trade the TVIX, I'm not looking at the TVIX, I'm looking at the SPY. Okay. And so, and I'll get into that in another video, but and really, I think you can go, I think I did go a little further in depth on one of my last few videos from last week when I was trading the TVIX, but TVIX has been offering a lot of great opportunities. I did have to locate the shares for shorting, but I think I just located 100 shares, and you can see here it's like $1.30. So real dirt cheap, but this was a really quick scalp. I shorted 50 shares and got a dollar move and bought them back down here. Same thing. It came over here, shorted 50 shares, got a dollar move, made $50. So I pushed that up to over $200 on the day with TVIX after taking those two quick little scalps there. So anyway, CODX, that was really the biggest winner on the day. It's going to be really difficult for me to go through all of this stuff here, though. A lot of it was scalping out the gates. And then, of course, up here, I noticed that there was a long-term trend line that I had drawn, and it was actually bouncing here. So showing weakness, I went short. You can see that I averaged multiple times here. It spiked up, couldn't hold, averaged again, and then as it broke the 9 EMA, I started taking shares off, and then took more shares off here. I wish I had let it go a little bit more, but admittedly got a little impatient. And then you can see here as it came up, and well, I went short thinking that we were going to start breaking down through these levels and breaking VWAP. It went up, tested 9 EMA, I got short again, averaged in some more shares, and then it came down here. We finally got the breakthrough VWAP, and I took profit as it came down through it. And as it came back up to test VWAP, I went ahead and got short again, and I got short again, and I got short again as it came up to test the 9 EMA, and I put a stop pretty much over the break of the 9 EMA, which it almost got me out, but it didn't. And as it came down, I took profit, and as it came down and broke VWAP again, I went short again, I went short again, went short again, and then started taking profit here. And again, I wish I was a little more patient, because that move would have been beautiful, and that actually probably would have put me over 1,000 on the day. But you can see here in all of these moves, like where are we on CODX? 100 shares here, 100 shares here. Let's see, 100 shares here. So just doing 100 shares at a time, and even 50 shares sometimes at a time as I'm going short on this stuff. And then all the rest of this is INO, which just totally got beat up on today. But anyway, had a great time in the markets this morning, but I really had a great time with a lot of the people that came through on the live streams. I think today we had the most viewers than I've ever had. And as a matter of fact, well, and first of all, I'll say this. There's a lot of great guys that are coming in there and adding a lot of value to the channel. If you guys come and join us in the live stream, you'll start to notice some of the guys that seem to come through pretty much now on a daily basis and comment and bring value to the channel. So you guys know who you are. And, quick shout out to, there's a YouTuber out there. He goes by the name of Quick Fingers, or Quick Fingers Luke. And, when he came in the chat this morning and commented, there was something about his name that caught my attention. And I was like, wait a minute, I know that name. And I was like, hey man, like, do you have a YouTube channel? And he's like, yep. And I was like, anyway, through talking about it and kind of bantering back and forth with him in the chat, I figured out, and I hadn't watched one of his videos. I mean, it's been a while, maybe a year or two, but several years back when I first started getting into trading, this guy was actually somebody that I had found on YouTube and really learned a lot from. really learned a lot from this guy. And so it's just really cool to see him coming in the chat and seeing some of the stuff that I'm doing here with the YouTube channel, and just as I go forth and try to be a voice of reason in this space, because he's one of those guys that I found that was just very reasonable, very solid in his approach, very disciplined, and not trying to get greedy. He's not trying to throw tons of share sizes at the market either. Like he's like on the same thing that I'm on. Like he's just trying to come in the market and just make 500, $1,000 a day and move on. And he's very good at it. I mean, he's been doing it a lot longer than me. And like I said, I've learned a lot from this guy. And so it was really cool just seeing somebody that that even back in the beginning when I first started getting into trading, somebody who really who I was able to take a lot from. So that's just kind of, I don't know, one more shout out to Quick Fingers. I don't know if he's going to see this video recap today, but for those of you who are ever looking to learn more about day trading, or if you want to just get somebody else's perspective, somebody who I really feel like I can vouch for. It's like I was saying today in the chat, there's probably things that I use in my strategy that I learned from him. So, he just seems like a really solid guy, and he seems like he has a lot to offer for those of you who are learning, wanting to learn how to day trade and wanting to learn how to do it reasonably. And so anyway, yeah, Quick Fingers, YouTube him sometime. And guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Again, we'll be starting the live stream at 9 a.m. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you then. Take care.